What's going on YouTube? Uberman here. So a lot of you guys have asked for my opinion and for me to do a video about the Trump, Lyft, Uber immigration ban. And I thought about it and I was like, you know what, I'm not going to do this. Because this is one of those delicate situations. You're going to piss some people off, some people are going to love you, some people are going to hate you. And why? But at the same time, I've never really been one to tiptoe around and be too concerned with other people's feelings. Because, in my opinion, if you get your feelings hurt, it's a good thing. It teaches you something. When you work hard, you get those calluses on your hands. You know what that does? Helps you to not get hurt. Those calluses build up on your hands and your feet so you can continue doing the same work, sometimes harder work. But you don't get damaged anymore. You don't get busted open anymore. Well, the same thing is true when your feelings get hurt. You build up a callus, a big callus, and over time, you're capable of taking the good and the bad without getting butt hurt over it. So, with that being said, I'm going to tell you how I really feel about it. Uber and Lyft should not be involved in politics. Same thing with this channel. Shouldn't be in politics. Unfortunately, I can't take my own advice because too many people are asking me to do a video about it. So, the immigration ban. I'm not going to tell you one way or another how I feel about it because it doesn't matter. Not on this channel. What does matter is that hashtag delete Uber is trending on Twitter. Now, I don't know how far this is going to go. I don't know how long this is going to last. But this could be very detrimental to the company. Very detrimental as passengers are turning off Uber and switching to Lyft. This could be a game changer. I don't believe it will be. I don't foresee this as being something that's going to last and put Uber out of business and send Lyft to the top of the charts. I don't see it. But anything's possible, right? So I'll keep an open mind to that. But this is ridiculous. So what happened is cab drivers at JFK were protesting the, I've got to be careful how I word things here. Cab drivers were protesting what they considered to be an illegal ban on immigrants. People were being held at airports all over the country against their will, obviously, after Trump signed the executive order. People that were still in the air, once they got to the ground, they got detained. So, cab drivers at JFK were protesting this. Surge pricing with Uber was in effect because people couldn't get cabs. So there was huge demand for Ubers. So what does Uber do? When there's a catastrophe or a major event, Uber tends to cut down surge pricing, shut it off completely. All right? They don't want people to get ripped off under normal circumstances that are beyond their control. So, in my opinion, Uber didn't do anything wrong. They did exactly what they've always done. Instead of ripping people off, and believe me, people would have paid it, they turned off surge so that everyone got a fair price. They said, hey, understand there's no surge. It may take longer for drivers to get to you to pick you up. Well, somehow this turned into Uber is trying to undercut our protest. How? How did turning off surge pricing undercut the protest? Surging brings more drivers to an area. Turning off surge makes drivers go, I'm 15, 20 minutes away. I'm not even going to go out there. But if it's surging, you'll find a lot of drivers are going to head that direction. Now, I understand that when you turn off surge, you get more passengers requesting. When you turn on surge, you get more drivers to an area. So, granted, turning off surge would get more passengers to request rides, but it also greatly, drastically affects the number of drivers that are going to be willing to come out there. So, in reality, what difference did it make? Uber wasn't trying to interrupt the cabs protesting. They weren't trying to undercut the cab drivers protesting. It had nothing to do with cab drivers protesting. It was simply passengers need to get from one place to another and they can't. So Uber was trying to make it easier for that to happen. If that interfered with the taxi drivers' protest or rally, so sorry. Please forgive us. Truthfully, we don't give a shit. Anyway, somehow this turned into a trending thing on Twitter. It amazes me, the things that trend on Twitter. It really does. Uber does what I feel is the right thing, the normal thing, the average thing that they've always done, and now you've got a bunch of passengers all kinds of pissed off with this hashtag delete Uber. Okay, well, good for you. Personally, I don't think it's going to put Uber under. I don't think there's going to be a huge effect from this or any kind of major fallout or anything. I think it's just one of those things. It's trending, you know. And as with most things on Twitter that trend, within a couple days they're usually gone and forgotten about. So then we've got emails from Uber. We do not support Trump's ban on immigration. We stand against this. We stand for what's right. And then we've got Lyft. Same thing. We got Lyft. We stand for what we believe in. We stand for this country's values. It makes me tired just thinking about it. It really does. Who cares? Who cares where Lyft stands? Who cares where Uber stands? You know what the best thing they could have done was? Keep their mouths shut. There's no place for it. There's no reason for them to piss anybody off, because if you say, I don't support Trump, here's the deal, guys. This is business, and this is big business, especially with Uber. Big business, all right? So when you sit there and say, I don't support Trump, I don't support these actions, well, now you have divided your customer base. You have some customers that are, yeah, I stand with you, immigration, woo, and you've got others that are like, immigration. Well, let's think about that for a minute. We can't take care of our own people. Our veterans can't find jobs. But we're bringing people over from other countries that get to take advantage of all kinds of tax breaks that we don't get. They get college tuition. They get to go to school. And then what? They're taking our jobs. They're taking education from our people. Now, hey, I'm just telling it like most people with a logical mind see it. Okay? I'm not saying this is my personal belief. But why would you divide your customer base like that? Why not just keep your mouth shut? Let people believe what they believe, and you stay doing what you do, which is business, taking people from one place to another. Because now you have pissed people off. No matter what, you have created a divide that should never have been there. That goes for Lyft, and that goes for Uber. Should have kept your mouth shut. And while we're on the subject of all this other BS, how about Starbucks? Boy, that backfired on them, didn't it? Starbucks like, yeah, we're right there with you. We're going to hire 10,000 immigrants over 5 years. And then you get people, this is when people start waking up. People are like, wait a minute, 10,000 immigrants. Why not hire 10,000 veterans? Why not give those jobs to people that are on the streets that fought for our country? People more deserving of it. Why are people from another country somehow entitled to the benefits of America? Because we're the land of the free and the home of the brave, and we're always about openness and come on in, come on in. Yeah, that's great, guys. That's great. Come on in. That's great. Until you cannot any longer take care of your own people because you have been too busy taking care of everybody else. We have not only reached that point, we have exceeded that point. It's not okay. So what happens? Now people are boycotting Starbucks. I never thought I'd see the day. Honestly, never thought I'd see the day that people would boycott Starbucks. It's another thing. I don't care. I don't drink Starbucks unless my girlfriend goes and buys me a $6 coffee, because I won't spend my money on it. Sorry, it's not worth it, in my opinion. Overpriced coffee. I got a Keurig in the kitchen. Does the same damn thing. So with that being said, that's my response video, guys. This turned into a rather long video, so we're going to go ahead and just get that. That is my response. That is my reaction, if you will. This is how I really feel about it. I think they should have left it alone, kept their mouths shut, and just kept doing business as they routinely have, and not divided the customer base. And I'm sure there are a lot of drivers out there that feel divided as well, and that's not good either. So all in all, this is ridiculous. People just need to learn to sip their mouths, shut the up, and move on. Till next time, like, comment, subscribe, stay safe out there, and Uber on. Don't hashtag Uber off. Don't hashtag Uber delete either. Hashtag Uber on. See you in the next one.